Up with KREM begins now.
A growing list of Spokane restaurants reopening is making the rounds online. I'll tell you where you might be able to go again thanks to the new Phase 2 guidelines.
Well, this year we're seeing an uptick in avalanches in the U.S.
90% of avalanches that happen are, where there's an incident, are triggered by somebody in that party.
Up ahead, an expert tells us how to prepare for the backcountry, plus what is being done to prevent these kinds of events.
And we're taking you outside. Just look at your screen. A little bit of fog in Coeur d'Alene. Downright beautiful early on this morning. We've got some snow on the ground, fog in the air, and cold temperatures.
Well, welcome back to Up with KREM. Now that Phase 2 guidelines are in place, a growing list of restaurants are announcing their comeback. Casper Fry announced their reopening. Also, the Gilded Unicorn, another restaurant opening under those new Phase 2 guidelines. This morning, we want to know, what restaurants are you excited about coming back or wanting to reopen? Text us 509-448-2000. You can take a look at your screen now. These are all the restaurants people in our community have sent us in and are excited about. We have the Cottage Cafe, Central Foods, the Lantern Tap House, Red Lobster, Perkins, El Sombrero. So many great options and restaurants that they're hoping to come back. We do have some announcements that are going to be reopening in just a few minutes, so you're going to want to stick around for those to find out which restaurants you can now visit.
All right, whoever wrote in the Emerald and Pullman, thumbs up. It's delicious. I ate there a lot in college. I love it.
All right, I got to go check that out. I have so many places. My pocketbook's going to be empty. Do we call it a pocketbook? Wallet? Bank account?
Do you have a purse, pocketbook?
Listen, Dana Marie, just because I carry around a man bag doesn't mean that you can call it a purse.
A merce, there you go.
All right, well, me and my merce, I guess it's time to merce over to weather. Hey, no, I'm sorry. All right, here we go. A little bit of fog early on this morning. That's the case in Coeur d'Alene and here in Spokane. And cold temperatures, no doubt about that early on today. But look at the fog. Absolutely incredible. You can see visibility is reduced. No doubt about that. Can't see the other side of the lake on the right-hand side of your screen because of it. Deer Park down to 1 degree. Spokane, we're up to 12. We were at 10 earlier. Ooh, I made it the second coldest morning so far this year. And temps in the single digits in North Idaho. It's a chilly start to the day. And we are still seeing that fog. It's ebbing and flowing around Spokane. In downtown, visibility now down to 1/4 of a mile. At the airport, down to about 1/10 of a mile, and near zero visibility in Walla Walla and Tri-Cities this morning. It is foggy as we kick things off. And most of that fog is sitting down in low-lying areas, kind of pooling down in that cold air. And that comes before our round of clouds moves in. So we get a little bit of sun early on this morning, but enjoy it while you can. Clouds quickly take over today as snow moves out of the Cascades snow moves out of the Cascades into the basin. And for us, into the inland northwest after the sun goes down tonight. Moves out early Friday morning, but by the time it's all said and done, 1 to 2 inches on the ground. Here in Spokane, that's not going to stop us from getting above freezing both today and tomorrow. So that chilly morning, by this afternoon, hopefully, it'll be nice and mild.
Oh, I like that, mild, even
Yes.
though we're looking at all those 30s. But hey, when we're looking at 12 degrees right now, Jeremy, I think that's welcome news.
It's all relative.
Yeah, that's right. All right, 7:33 now. Well, this morning we are tracking breaking news here. Take a look at your screen. Authorities issued an Amber Alert for a Chelan teenager. 14-year-old Rebecca Basil is believed to be with a man and woman and possibly headed to Spokane. Authorities say she and her 9-year-old brother took their parents' car Tuesday and drove to Malott. And that's where they say they met with an unknown man and woman.
Troopers also say that Rebecca dropped off her brother around 5 o'clock last night in Chelan, but then took off in the stolen vehicle. Rebecca was last seen in a dark green Carhartt hoodie with light blue jeans that had rips in them. The unknown male is listed as 5'9", 120 pounds, and the unknown female was last seen in a black coat. Their location right now is unknown, but as we mentioned, Spokane is a possibility. So if you see them or know where they might be, you are urged to call the police.
More breaking news now happening right now. Firefighters in Ontario, California are battling a large mulch fire that started early this morning. Here's brand new video just into the Up with KREM newsroom. Multiple fire agencies are working to put out the fire that local fire department officials say the Santa Ana winds up to 30 miles per hour were blowing embers, making it difficult for fire crews to battle those flames. Now, there are no reports of structures threatened or injuries right now. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. We'll, of course, keep you up to speed as soon as we learn more.
It is 7:35 this morning. We're going to take a look at some of the big stories across the Northwest today.
So starting in Oregon this morning, more than 100,000 customers are without power. Now this morning, that's following last week's windstorm. Now Oregon's governor declared a state of emergency there. Portland General Electric is reporting the most outages there. Leaders say their system experienced catastrophic destruction.
We do expect to pick up quite significantly and expect about this time tomorrow to have significantly less people out of power.
And as you heard there, experts hope to have most power restored by tomorrow.
A woman is being charged with murder after police say that she shot and killed a woman over a Lauren Culp sign in Skagit County. 55-year-old Angela Conine says that the shooting was in self-defense. Court documents reveal that Conine and her husband saw a couple steal their sign, so they left the house to confront them.
I have a lot of guilt because I'm the one that ultimately stopped to get that sign.
Joshua Tyron is the victim's boyfriend, and he admits that he saw a Lauren Culp for Governor sign and grabbed it, but says the violence that followed didn't need to happen. As for Conine, her bail was cut in half to $250,000. The judge also ordered that if she is able to post bail, all firearms and weapons must be removed from her home.
In Idaho, a bill is moving to the Senate to limit the governor's emergency powers. House Bill 135 would restrict the governor's ability to declare all jobs essential. It would also limit emergency orders to just 60 days unless extended by the legislature. It would also prohibit the governor from suspending any laws. Coming up after the break, an avalanche expert joins us here on Up with KREM. He explains why we're experiencing an increase in avalanches this year across the U.S. Plus, he shares tips on how to navigate the backcountry.
And cold and foggy is the story early on this morning. Later today, temps are going to climb. We'll let you know how warm we're going to get.
And the Satellite Diner is coming back. They're one of many restaurants here in the Spokane area saying that they're opening their doors now that we're in phase 2. I'm going to tell you where else you could eat again after the break.